Good evening, good afternoon, I should say. Who's been to the mortar demo before? Show of hands. Oh, great, we have a new audience for a lot of this. Well, welcome to the mortar demo. We have in front of you four mortars, and they're all being crewed by teams from the North-South Skirmish Association. The NSSA does competitive shooting with everything from handgun pistols up to full-size cannons. So what we're going to have here today is a competition between the Confederate teams on the right and the Union teams on the left. Starting from the right here, we have the 1st Maryland Cavalry, and that's commanded by Tim Scanlon. Tim's also the coordinator for the event. Put your hand up there, Tim. And he has the 8-inch siege mortar. That's the big one. That's the big gun on the right. That's his 8-inch siege. Next to that is his wife, Katie. She's going to be the gunner on the 24-pounder. Katie? I guess you're gunning that, aren't you? Yes. Katie does real well with that. And then to my left, we have the Union batteries. And we have first here the 1st Pennsylvania Rifles. And I don't know, who's the gunner on this? Bob? Bob Clutis is the... And then we have Knapp's battery, clear down on the left there with the 24-pounder. And the commander on the commanding that's going to be Jim Brady. He's going to be aiming it. Fire by the piece from the left. Fire. Okay. Now, what the teams will do here, we had most of them, I think, one was short and most of them were long. So they're going to adjust their powder charges to compensate for that distance on the next shot. And as we shoot more and more here, they'll be drawn closer to the stake. There are times we have hit the stake, and it does obliterate that stake. It hits it, so you never know. Keep an eye on the stake. We have 3 of the mortars here. The 3 on the left are what they call a Coehorn mortar. It was the design of the mortar. And the Coehorn mortar was first designed in the 1600s by a fellow named Baron von Coehorn. He was a Dutch soldier. So this type mortar was used from that period, the 1600s, all the way up until the early 1900s, because they were used by the British colonies clear into the 1900s. Black powder, the same way we shoot them here. This short barrel gun, very portable, very easy to carry around with 3 or 4 people. So it made a very mobile piece, and the idea of the mortar was to be able to lob shells into fortifications. So these mortars normally wouldn't have been set out in the open field like this. It would have been inside of a fort, firing into the inside of another fort. So it'd be like lobbing hand grenades in a way. The difference is, the 3 mortars on your left, the hand grenades weigh roughly 17 pounds apiece. The 8-inch mortar down the far right-hand side there, the ball weighs 47 pounds. These are small. The range on these, all 4 of these mortars, the maximum range is 1,200 yards, almost 3/4 of a mile. If we were loading these mortars all with a heavy charge and fired around, you wouldn't even see it till you got past that wood line. It'd be up in the air, roughly 800 yards in the air, and then to go downrange 1,200. So we've never had an opportunity to shoot 1,200. We have shot 700 already. And that the ball you see, as you can see very clearly here, is launched like a pea. You don't even see it till it gets way down range. That's how much velocity it has. And all we do to do that is add a little more powder. We just add a little more powder and make it go that way. All righty, we get them in there. Right section, fire. By section, I mean each gun will fire together. Okay, we'll get the distances on that and we'll see who has that shot.
Yeah.
The three smaller Coehorn mortars, the three on the left are at a fixed angle. You cannot move them. They're set at a 45-degree angle in the bed. The 8-inch siege mortar, it's clear on the right there though, that is adjustable. They can adjust that barrel per angle any way they want to go. But then that gun weighs 2,000 pounds, so you can't just move it around very easily to adjust things.
That ring has to hurt your finger.
Okay, we're going to fire this one by battery. Ready? Ready downrange?
Open that up.
Fire. I heard 3. No?
Yeah.
And we got one more to go down.
In the cannon.
Oh, here she is. When you fire by battery, typically all 4 guns will fire at the same time. So. All right, to give you a little bit different idea. Fire. Right section, fire. Let's see how the Reds do here. All right. You're going to fire by section again from the right. From the right. Right section, fire. Left section, fire.
Whoa.
You can see the shells converging because we're firing at different distances. You still got to get their loads up a little bit. How about that? From the south, real well.
And that's how it's going to win no matter what. Right.
If you can imagine, though, during the Civil War, being in a fort that was getting bombarded by these mortars at 2 rounds a minute, and several of them firing it. Fire. Well, somebody had their shell go off correctly. All right, folks, that concludes the demo today. We did have one set of charges down there that did not go off because the left side was supposed to blow up too. So that may blow up here yet. We don't know. I see they aren't approaching it very quickly at this point. So we thank you very much. We'll be back out here tomorrow at around noon. There you go. You really got to get it going somewhere. All right, we'll be back out here tomorrow around noon or so doing the same demo back here Sunday afternoon around 3.